Republicans have. If you look at both the legislative fight, which are Democrats asking to sever DHS from the other 5 bills because they were passed in a package, and you look at the ask that Schumer has, your regular everyday American, especially when it doesn't work in law enforcement, they kind of look at that. If they just read it on a sheet, they don't hear a politician they don't like say it, sounds pretty normal. Like, I'm in a text group with 16 veterans. Some of them are police officers. All of them combat vets. All of them have voted for President Trump 3 times. And there's a debate about whether or not these masks are the right precedent to set. None of us are debating on why they're wearing masks. They're wearing masks for their own safety. But we all are debating, as an American citizen, when it's Biden's Gestapo that we're yelling at, do we want them to wear masks? And there's that kind of libertarian spirit about the right, even more so than the left. So it's a little bit harder for Republicans or the Trump administration to sell to the larger base that this is something worth fighting and shutting the government down over. When you look at the 3 asks that Schumer has, one is to coordinate with state and local law enforcement. Well, that's a farce, right? He says coordinate better with state and local law enforcement. What he's saying is basically, if you can't get a warrant from a local judge or you can't get the help of the state and local law enforcement, then you don't get to operate here. Right. That's the problem. And then the third one, the mask off and body cameras. I'm sorry, I passed up the idea of getting, I believe it was warrants. There was something, the independent investigations. I think most people are saying, why can't there be an independent investigation? Why aren't these investigations independent? But the last one on the mask and body cameras, the funding is already there for body cameras. That was already a part of the deal they made with Democrats. So that's already there. It's going to take time because it takes money. Most Americans, again, are going to say, well, if you don't do anything wrong, why does it matter? So I don't know that any of these are deal breakers. Republicans are probably going to have to make a deal on them. Maybe the mask and some nuance, like you got LAPD, I don't know if he's the sheriff or the police chief, saying basically that's a misdemeanor, and I'm not going to disrupt federal operations to write them a ticket for having a mask on. So maybe you make that deal knowing it's almost unenforceable.
But the problem